afternoon, beautiful beings in light. Welcome to the Crone Zone Conversations with the Ancients. My name's Priscilla, and this is my friend Valerie from Illumination Portal, and we're going to talk about the super blue full moon that is in Pisces on Wednesday. Oh my. And hopefully Heather will join us shortly. She's MIA. I talked to her last night. So hopefully she'll show up soon.
Poor thing, she's on a different time zone, so she probably thinks she has an hour or two before the show.
I know, right? It's a new time zone. So hopefully she'll join us. But let me put up
hi, everybody.
We can say hi to everybody while we kind of wait for a second. I'm going to stick this up on the stream. So it's kind of an important full moon, like super massive.
It really is. It really is. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Hypnicity. Hi, White Dragon.
Hi, White Dragon. Heather has moved to Denver. And I talked to her last night. We kind of did a quick run through and everything was good. So I think she'll be here. I think maybe it's the time zone, but I have texted her. So hopefully she'll join us in a minute. Hi, Hypnicity and Amanda Carroll and little sister Jan. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Aw, that's beautiful. I love your blue moons. I love that picture. It looks so cool.
I was looking for a regular blue moon, photograph, but I thought this was so much more fun.
It is cool. It is really cool.
I got both, but this one I thought was really cute.
Yeah. It's dreamy like Pisces. Virgo's not dreamy. Virgo wants to get everything done, line it up, this, that, and everything. And then Pisces moon comes in and throws all Virgo's plans out the window.
Right. Hey, warrior girl.
Which is good. I mean, it's, sometimes we can overplan, and this is not the time to do that.
No,
all those
it's not.
In retrograde, they're telling us we don't have all the information, and you be patient, work on what you're working on, which is our heart. I hope the heart is
heart. I have a heart over my heart today.
Oh, that's cute. So
cool.
Cute.
I didn't even realize it.
But it's like been the message since the equinox. Get into your heart, follow your heart. Then Venus went into Leo, is still there, still retrograde, and she's helping us make sure that we focus on only what matters to our heart, what's valuable to us. It's so important.
Letting go of what doesn't serve us anymore.
Exactly. And that's what we do on that full moon. We let go of the things that are in our energy field that we know aren't going forward.
Something's going on with my computer. My lights aren't on.
I see you. Okay.
I'm on backup. Just a second.
Yes, it's all about love, Hypnicity, but it's self-love. It is self-love first, focusing on what we love and where we're being guided with spirit. And if we are following spirit,
and I'm back.
See,
sorry about that.
It's okay. If we're following spirit, if we're following our guidance, because each of our guidance is giving us opening the pathway. And when we're on that pathway and we're doing what we love and we're listening and paying attention to our surroundings, because this energy is subtle, but spirit's kind of amping it up. Spirit's not as subtle as it was before. It's coming in, and it's as long as we're doing that, those doors open. It's when we're kind of fighting against it or
trying to control it, trying to control things. That's when it goes haywire.
Yeah,
it backs up on you.
Yeah, it does, and it's going to go right out the window because Pisces rules Neptune, or Neptune rules Pisces. Let me say that. It's the Pisces full moon. Earth is in Virgo. So you got to think of it like this. Spirit is coming in and integrating, connecting with Earth, all life on her. So, and I mean, this is like at a royal fixed star for Mahal in Pisces. That's powerful. That's all this dreamy imagination. Our intuition's going to come in even clearer. Our um, our psychic abilities, our healing abilities, all those things that we already uh, know to a certain degree are going to come in clearer and focus. Now, Virgo is good for getting the details together, but you gotta let that dreamy part come in. You gotta let spirit come in and then focus the details because we're going to be in Virgo season for um, until September 21st. That's going to be the equinox. That's going to be a really
Right.
good stopping point to see our progress since equinox, spring equinox to the fall equinox. So that's going to be really, really good. But right now, we have 7 planets in retrograde. Well, on the 30th, Uranus is going retrograde. And it's all about reviewing all the RE words: review, release, just so we can
Renew.
renew. Um, we have spirit, our guides are bringing in so much information now. So the information isn't here, even though those planets aren't really retrograde in space, they just appear that way from Earth. There's something we forgot or missed, or we need to uh, go back and figure something out. So each one of them has their own different flavor. Did you want me to go into that real quick?
Oh yeah. Yeah, like take it Mercury, then Venus, and Saturn, because
Mhm.
also Saturn's going to be really big in the sky too.
Yeah. Oh, and let me say this about Saturn. Saturn's in Pisces, and this moon is good is conjunct. They're very close together. But even the planets are ascending. With Saturn in Pisces, most astrologers would say, "Oh, he's not happy there. It's too dreamy, too imaginative." But that's the whole point. We're making new rules for our new Earth going forward, and Saturn is our everyday structures. All the Earth signs: Saturn, um, Virgo. Oh, what am I saying? Mercury and Taurus, right? So they come in and they help us make manifests all this spirit information onto Earth. But with Saturn in Pisces, and he's going to be there for 3 years, that's all changing. And we're the ones changing it individually in our lives and collectively. Those
Yeah, because
old,
we're changing the collective too.
exactly. And there's old
Everything
rules.
we do changes the collective.
Yes.
Everything each of us individuals do matters to the collective.
And it's so important that we do it on our terms. As
Hmm.
as as crazy as it may seem, well, who's gonna want to talk to me? I'm a psychic. You'd be surprised how many people are going to be opening their hearts over this next year and a half, 2 years, that are going to need guidance. And we're just happen to be at the front. Here we are. We understand it, and thank you all for being such a beautiful spiritual community. I'm just so blessed to know.
Amen.
Oh, just to know you
We
guys are
love you
here.
guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. We love you guys.
Yeah, because it makes energy. We're raising a vibration on Mother Earth by raising our individual vibrations. So with Saturn up in his game, right, and we're creating those rules. The collective, like all the old systems and structures that are not life affirming, are going to be transformed by Saturn and
They're
Pluto.
going away.
Hmm. So we have to and there's billions of people with brilliant ideas that have these, are implementing them, because it's not just like it happens overnight. It takes a little time. He'll be there 3 years. So it's going to be really fascinating to see that. But if you're trying to maneuver, make something happen on Earth, you're bringing your spirit onto Earth. Remember that. Remember that there's no playbook. There's no rules, and we're the ones who are making them up as we go along. To It's going to alleviate a lot of pressure off of
Mhm.
the collective, off of ourselves.
I have a quick question. I know this is totally out of left field, but how long do you think it's going to be before those systems, at least some of them, show up in our lives?
I honestly,
I'm
go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm being guided a year and a half, 2 years. We're gonna see the light. We're gonna see that that things are changing in the favor of humanity, and it's just gonna snowball. That snowball effect's gonna go in to
Right.
where it's all about what's the best for humanity and what's the best for Mother Earth. Because
It's
that's.
kind of interesting because that goes along with the number one, the election,
Hmm.
and what I have been receiving in the last 3 or 4 years about 2025.
Hmm.
Me too, Hypnicity 2025. And
Yep.
Jan also.
Yep.
Yeah, Morella. Hi, Morella.
I'm
Yeah,
Marilla.
yeah. That's what I'm getting 2025. I just was curious whether anybody else was seeing that year too.
Me and
And
I
I
love.
really think that has to do not only with the astrology, but what the astrology and the influence it's going to have on our political system.
Yeah, yeah,
And I'll just leave it at that.
yeah.
I
No,
won't go any deeper on that.
it's all true what you're saying. There's this energy that's flowing in from the galactic center and all the um the galactic center, the super galactic center, the great attractor, the Shockley attractor.
Mhm,
It drives this energy into us. It drives the galaxies. Billions of them, some of them.
mhm.
But that energy has been flowing into us steadily. Uh,
And how long will that last? As long as we're in the photon belt? Does that have anything?
I think after that, remember that one chart you had that showed, I love that chart, and it shows 2025, because I feel that too. I feel the end of 2025, beginning of 2026, we're going to see significant, something brings the collective together to go forward in to help Mother Earth to bring to have life affirming, like we care about
Mhm,
each other. That this part that nobody cares about each other, that's all going away, and that's only a few percentage of the whole of the
mhm.
population. So
Hey, oil painter. Let me
uh,
hang on for just a second. I've got a couple of things I wanted to show. Like White Dragon says, recent events just outside the solar system practically guarantees a bright future for the planet.
yes,
Okay, I think you need to go into more detail than that, young
yeah.
man.
Well, we have oh the what is that called? The galactic wave of energy
Right.
coming through. So maybe that's what White Dragon's talking about. But there's so much. Every part of our solar system is just pouring in this higher spiritual um, vibrations.
Energies. Mhm.
Yeah. So and frequency, because we can do the vibration, and it's kind of like we're stabilizing. Sometimes then you find yourself falling back into something that you have to deal with in the third dimension. I mean, it's just kind of back and forth. We straddle it. But then once that frequency stays set at a higher rate, it's easier for us all to stabilize and to
True.
make things happen. It
Mhm.
just We're in the middle of it. I mean, if you think about it, just stop for a second and think how cool this time period is to be alive
I
on
agree.
on Earth during.
I wish I'd known when I was younger how much fun it was gonna be when I
I
got this age.
I did too, because I wasted a lot of time on some
I
other
wasted a
things.
shit ton of time.
And see, they just said,
Okay, wait a minute. Let me see what White Dragon has to say on this. I wish I could tell, but exciting to say this much. Also, the near hit asteroid on 2036 will be stopped by the Athena. Thank you, White Dragon. That's
I don't
brilliant.
know about that. I might have to look into
I don't know anything about that asteroid, but
it.
brilliant. Thank you. Well, that'll sure tell everybody
Yeah.
that the aliens are here when that asteroid explodes for no reason.
And
Yeah. Hello.
yeah,
Disclosure.
and
Thanks, White
isn't it?
Dragon.
We all know that already. I mean, I'm sure
Yeah,
the
but just think of all
majority.
the people that don't.
Yeah. Do you think
There's
there's a
so many.
lot that don't? I guess there's a good handful that don't. But how can you not know that? But there we go. Like
Don't know.
Earth is the only planet with life on it. I doesn't make sense to
That's
me.
just arrogance.
Yeah,
It's
it
just
is.
arrogance.
It is. It's terrible. So that's going to come, that's all going to unfold. We're going to know more about healing, all these cool new things that we all know what
Yeah.
would make humanity a more,
Free energy.
yeah, free energy,
Free
all
energy
these
is what I'm
things.
looking forward to.
Me too. Because it's going to
Okay,
reduce.
so do you want to go through it planet by planet and kind of tell
Yes.
us what effect each one's going to do? Wherever you want to start is fine with me. Do you want me to
Um,
take this down? Or,
I mean, unless you want to. I was just going to go with Mercury. And,
okay.
and we're in Virgo season. And Mercury is in Virgo. So I know some part of us wants to, let's get it done. Let's do this. I need to do this, this, and this. And you got your list, right? But Mercury is review your plan, prepare, avoid big decisions. We don't have all the information to make these big decisions yet. That's not really going to happen until December when everybody gets out of retrograde. And then
Right.
Pluto will go into Aquarius in January. So that's going to be really cool. Venus is about money, how you spend your money, being more social, expressing affections, improve relationships. Okay, that's true, but she's in Leo. It is about spirit really wants everyone to connect to their hearts and focus on those things that you love and value, because Venus is what we love
And
and value.
keeping the relationships you want that are good for your heart and leaving the other relationships, letting them go.
Yes. And that's not, it's easier said than done, right? But we've been working through all of our blocks and all of our the things that hold us back, and I think we're all aware of what those are. But Uranus is going to go retrograde in a couple days, and that's always shocks and surprises, but they could be good shocks and surprises, so Uranus is heightened intuition. This is where we get more information. a,
Right.
a rebellious nature. Uh, to me, being rebellious is we're just looking at the structure saying, no, I don't, that's never worked. It's not going to work. And they call it rebellious, but I call it common sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
New paths for growth and individuality. Mars is not going to go retrograde. It's the only one that's not. Jupiter, inner growth, reconsider ideas, beliefs, self improvement, brainstorming. So there comes in our genius, all these visionary ideas. Saturn, review your goals, slow down, overcome challenges, and set boundaries. Okay, they're the new boundaries though. It's
Yes.
not the old way of doing things anymore. Neptune, increase sensitivity, creativity, psychic, could be overload, and we see that with a lot of people out in the world. They these energies really rub them the wrong way to the point that
Mm-hmm.
they want to take other people's rights away. So lucid dreaming and Pluto, penetrative insight, purge old habits and addictions, and declutter your life. So each one of them. Now I have another little cheat sheet here that's, oh no, I don't. Oh goodness. Well, it actually gives a little more information. Mercury,
Cool.
evaluate how you communicate, actively remain present. It's hard, you know. I know I have a hard time. I mean, I'm here, but everything's coming in so fast that I literally have to slow down and be
I
quiet.
understand.
Yeah, I have the hardest time. It's
I totally
it's
understand.
so hard. It's so hard
Okay,
because
White Dragon. I'm going to go back to White Dragon real quick because he says in 2003, NASA detected a stadium sized asteroid on a collision course with Earth. The Athena said it's easy to stop and has been told to do so. Yay, thank you.
yep.
And Janita said she's heard the aliens will be coming out in 2025.
Mhm,
So cool.
mhm. And White Dragon,
I think 2025 is going to be a very interesting
it is.
year.
We're gonna have some big, huge changes too. That's when the end of 25, Saturn and Neptune, that are both in Pisces right now, will enter Aries together, pretty much together. That's just going to be because that's okay. Aries, the individual, we individually have our past. We see our past. We because by then we should have a lot more information and we'll be moving forward and we'll know how to do that because we structured our own system on how to live our
Is
day-to-day life. So it's really going to be cool. That never happens. Two big planets entering the
that
same.
right? That's unusual, is it?
Yeah. So
I got a message from today as well.
oh
I wrote it down as I was watching Jean's show, and all of a sudden, you know how it comes out of you, and I'm writing it into the chat on Jean's
mhm,
channel. So I don't know, I can't remember what it said, other than these energies are um, screaming to let go what's not working for you. I mean,
yes.
literally, that's the message I got, that it was screaming for us to let go because there is so much good that is coming our way. We can't handle it if we don't let go. And the
Exactly.
energies are coming in, and it's time to start feeling and letting go and feeling the good stuff
Mhm,
coming. And I don't know about you, but I've been the last couple of months, my energies have changed, and
mhm,
just even more positive than normal.
mhm.
And life just seems to be
Flowing.
swimmingly
Yeah,
through,
it's
just going with whatever I'm guided to do. And okay, whatever you want, when I get those messages, it's
yeah.
just so as long as you don't resist,
Don't
you're all right.
resist. Yeah,
But
don't resist.
we do. We tend to resist, don't we?
Mhm.
We want to do things our way, the human way.
And and not only that, right? If you like you said, when you're listening, it just flows. It
It
just flows.
does.
Things just start to happen. Those right doors open up for you.
We have a question. I
Send it love. I know nobody likes to hear my answer. We send it love. Unless you can absolutely do something about it where you are in a
That's a
positive,
key.
yeah,
Yeah. If you can do
positive
something
manner.
about it in a positive way, I agree. Do it.
Mhm,
Absolutely do it. But
mhm,
if not, just send the situation love, because it's really none of your business anybody else's life.
mhm.
They
Yeah.
have their own path. But
Love and gratitude and truth.
mhm,
And that makes you feel bad. The more I send love out there, the better I feel about what is going on out there. But
it's the
I
only answer.
yeah, it's the only answer.
Unconditional love is the only answer to
Mhm.
any of it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Except for that, she says you look lovely today. Very Chanel.
Oh, thank you.
That's
Yeah,
sweet.
she is, sweetie. But
I agree, hypnicity. I feel like I've been holding my breath for a couple of years, but I'm actually starting to exhale, and that's lovely.
hypnicity,
I don't
and
know
it's
why. I have no idea why.
because you're listening. And the more
Mm,
you listen, I'm not saying hypnicity is not listening to her guides, But anytime you feel like you can't breathe, just put your hand on your heart and literally sit down and just take a few deep
Take 3
breaths.
deep breaths.
Mhm. Tell yourself you love yourself. This is where the love starts. The answer
True
is
enough.
love, but a lot of us didn't know or don't know to love ourselves. So it, it seems ridiculous. It seems like that's a waste of time. Like, I don't need to, I need to take care of these things over here. But it really is the way forward. It's what Spirit wants us to understand. When the Sun and Venus were conjunct together on August 13th, it was a build up to that. Now, Venus is still in Leo retrograde. She's going over, making sure, make sure to focus on what you love and value, but you first. And then those doors just open up. Is it, it's the truth, right, Priscilla? I mean, once you do that,
Absolutely it is. Self-care is everything. I can tell you right now, I have never done any kind of physical training in my life. I just not into it. The only thing I love to do is ride horses. That was
mhm,
the extent of my physical activity. And I realized about 2 years ago that I was spending all my time in my head or
mhm,
above my head, and that I needed to take care of my body, and started an exercise program that's it gotten increasingly bigger, more time consuming. But,
mhm,
I feel better and I feel more connected because I'm
mhm,
taking care of both sides.
mhm.
And a lot of us tend to live in the sky
And
and forget our body.
and we did that for quite a while because our we were remembering more of our psychic abilities, our intuition, and it's nice there. It is really nice there once you're over here in that higher vibration all the time, and it really does start to integrate into your everyday life.
It
It
does.
comes to a point where there's no separation. You are spirit, and that's the point, especially of this full moon. Spirit
Right.
is coming to earth. We're integrating into earth. Not that it's not always that way, but when the planets show that, when it says Pisces moon, Virgo's earth, Virgo in earth, it's melding the two. You're bringing it more in, bringing it in.
Mhm.
And we have a significant Neptune in this. We have Saturn in Pisces. There's so much talking about spirit, but we're in Virgo season. So we have Virgo, Mercury and Sun in Virgo, and Pele Athena. Um, that's our wisdom. It's helping us clarify. Is this really working for me?
Yeah.
How can I make this better? How do I get this over here started? And all you just ask those questions, and it just comes flowing into you, and it is the perfect time. Our guides are here, and our guides are assisting us at all moments.
As long as we ask them to.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
long as we ask.
yes. Gotta ask. Gotta ask. And then
Let
in
me put
March,
this up again. Karen Robinson, you crack me up.
what she
She
did.
says, I am burning so much sage under my one ass. I
One,
look like a picture of the
one.
past where they tied a witch to the stake and set the bottom on fire. Only this time it's sage. I'm with you. I literally for the last couple of months have
Mhm.
left it on my oven, on my stove top, and I light it in the morning and let it do its thing. And then I light it maybe a couple of more times during the day. I have no idea why, but I just love the smell. And I
Mhm.
have a bunch of different types of
Mhm.
sage.
Mhm. I know. I bought a bunch of bundles, and they
Me
just
too.
came a few days
Mayan
ago.
rose. I love Mayan rose sage. They have all different types of bundles. They're on Etsy.
I have to find that Mayan rose. Let me write
Mayan
that.
rose. They're on Etsy. And Laurie says, I've had a calmness inner me since 8/8. I did a ritual with pictures of my ancestors. Beautiful. They stepped in and gave my spirit a calmness that I've wanted for a long time. That is just beautiful. Thank
That
you for
is,
sharing that, Laurie.
and those are the things that are happening to us. You just ask. Like if you go into a meditation, like she did, ask to heal your ancestry. It's really cool.
And we are. Our generation is healing our ancestors. That's what
Hmm.
I channeled years ago.
Yeah.
That the actions that we're taking now are clearing the karma from our past. They're healing our ancestors. So everything that we're doing in trying to advance our spiritual self, it's healing
Hmm.
not just us, but those around us. That's amazing.
Yeah. And we're bringing in healing for the rest of the collective. Any healing we do, any love we send out, it just ripples out. Constant,
It does.
constant. So if we get right, you get pissed off or something upsets you and you stay, when you stay angry, I used to stay angry. Well, the only thing that did for me was ripple out more anger and it just came back. So
Yes.
yeah.
Been
We
there,
got
done that too.
yeah. We got to be really careful of what it is, how we speak to ourselves, what we say. Do you really not value yourself and you say these things to yourself? Because that's that's not how we heal. We heal by love. Love yourself, love everything that's wrong in the world.
Yeah, it makes it worse.
Hmm.
Yay, guess who's here?
Yeah.
Big time difference. I just messed up.
That's what we figured.
Yeah.
Say hi to everybody. They were looking for you.
Sorry.
Yay, glad you're here, love.
Yeah, I was busy unpacking, forgot about it. And
Oh,
then the time, it just drives me crazy.
hmm.
You'll get
But
there.
I'm
No
so sorry.
worries.
Oh,
No
it's okay.
worries.
I knew that you were coming. You were going to be here any minute.
Yeah. Yep. I
Yeah,
just,
we knew you'd show up. We
Mhm.
yeah,
knew we'd get you.
there's just, when you're in a hurry, you can't find to do anything.
Right,
Yes,
right.
I
And
do understand.
right.
So,
Jan Easter says, hey, girl.
hello.
Warrior Girl says, hi, Heather.
Hello. Sorry, no makeup. I just was busy and but,
can I say, I love that hypnicity, plant seeds, pull weeds. That's exactly how
I
to
thought that was
go.
brilliant.
Yeah, go through the full moon with that. And you can start that now. We're a few days before it, right? Um,
mhm.
Somebody's sad. My heart feels sad with all that is happening in the world. And I understand, Lupe.
Mine too.
Yeah. You have to look at it as objectively as you can
Mhm,
and let it go, because otherwise it's going to drive you nuts.
It
mhm,
will.
mhm. Send it love.
Send
Yes.
it unconditional love.
All
Unconditional love is the winner.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime you feel sad about something or you hear something that's really disturbing, unless it's in your vicinity where you can actually do something about it,
Yeah.
send it love.
And the
Just
thing is that when you do send it love, you're also sending it back to you.
yeah, yeah,
So that's good. It's a win-win situation for everybody.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Really is. And this is the way forward. This is how
Yeah.
we heal ourselves and heal each other, heal our ancestry. And the hi Liam. That's my
I
little
like
buddy. Hi, Liam. Can't stress over what you can't control. Absolutely.
It doesn't hurt anybody but you, that stress.
Mhm.
If you
yeah.
can't do anything about it, let it go. It's just
Mhm.
a waste
And
of time.
and that stress is kind of like anger.
Mhm.
It makes them your controller.
Mhm.
Hey, starfish.
It's so true. We give our power over
You give it.
that.
Yes, the situation, you give the power to the situation, and then you're helpless.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back and see. Did we get all the different?
Yeah, we got through all those. So,
Okay,
okay.
I wanted to show this slide because
That's
this
tonight. Yeah.
is, I think this is on August 30th. Well, yeah, that's what it says. When the full moon, you can see Saturn, and that's looking to the southeast.
Mhm. Yeah, it's
I
been
think
going on a couple days, and it's going to go on a couple days after the moon because Saturn's pretty much sitting still where it's retrograde, but the moon will eventually get past them. So what? That's okay. Saturn in Pisces, full moon in Pisces, saying to us, across from Virgo and Earth. How do we
Yeah.
want to structure? How do we want to go forward? How do we do that? Virgo is very important for us, but once we let ourselves dream and that imagination come in and all those really neat ideas, then you bring Virgo in. But for the next few days, just let your mind, just let yourself be. We really can't do much unless you already are into something. I'm talking of, we're doing stuff every day, but going forward, working on ourselves, because we have 7 planets in retrograde. The collective doesn't have the information. We individually don't have all the information. There's just too many things
So
open.
what you're saying is when a planet goes into retrograde, it's basically saying, I don't have enough information. I got to go back for more and bring it out.
Hmm.
Okay. That's
Exactly.
interesting.
Yeah.
Review it and make sure you got everything.
Yeah. And that even takes, even when it goes forward, it still takes a little while for us to integrate it and make it work for us, whatever
Right.
that thing is, because each of these planets is affecting a different aspect of our individual lives and the collective's lives. So it is just a matter of going, okay, start with the basics. I love myself. Do I love myself? Do I accept myself? Do I respect myself? That's where we start. If,
Absolutely.
and if that needs some work on it. We're not going, I mean, we're moving forward every day, but that all these retrogrades won't be out of the way until December and January anyway. So there's too much unknown. There's too much unknown.
So this is all going on till the end of the year. So
Yeah.
you should buckle up.
Yeah, yeah, buckle up, hold on. Because the external world, and we know what part I'm going to talk about, that's trying to tell us the sky's falling and everything's wrong and we're going to die. And, they just want to keep pumping that fear and stress and anger into the atmosphere. So this is like when we send love out, and I do it all day, it just keeps going. They can do that all day. I can send love all day. And I know
Me
you
too.
all do it, and I know you in the chat do it. So
And,
that's
and
that's how
remember, this is their last ditch effort to try to keep everybody in fear.
yes.
Yeah.
So you really need to fight it.
Yeah.
Fight the
It,
fear. Don't succumb to it. Just send it
mm-mm,
love.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is what
Whatever
we're
the
seeing.
situation is, send it unconditional love. Because let me tell you, if we're all sending out, this community is sending out unconditional love to all the issues that are on the planet, we're going to change it. We're
Mm-hmm.
powerful light beings. Each and every one of you is a powerful light being. We can do it.
Mm-hmm. And we haven't been, that's been kind of left out of our history and the
Hmm.
information. We didn't receive that, until later in life. Here we are. It wasn't supposed to happen until this time, because this is that change of age where we're leaving the age of Pisces, going into the age of Aquarius. We're just not, it's the chaos zone. And how we get to that vision, we see at the end of 2025 and 2026 going forward, is
Hmm.
by sending the love out. Because we can't fight. We're not going to go out there and battle the way they battle. It's
That's
just
right.
not productive. It's never worked before. Yeah.
War's never worked.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
War and hate has never worked for anything but to create more misery. The only thing that works is love.
And I was watching one of the other readers, The Way of Positive Change, and she was saying, Lori was saying that you need to make sure that you have your high vibration
Mm-hmm.
crystals around, because everybody's vibration is getting low and
Yes.
they need to bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
So keep your high vibration crystals near you where you can feel them.
And call in that energy at any moment.
Absolutely. Call
Our
it in.
guides are here. And if you're feeling low, you just go inside and you say, help me. There's so many things that are designed to really upset us. Help me understand this. Help me understand what's going on. Help me raise my vibration. They're right here for you in any moment.
That's right.
So that's just, yeah, the dawning of the age of Aquarius, right, Hypnosis? Now, Pluto moves into Aquarius January 20th, 2024. We're going to notice significant change because he'll be he'll be the last planet coming out of retrograde. So the others will
Right.
all have their information. We'll have our information. I mean, it's always baby steps, but oh, definitely it's selenite, apotholite.
White quartz also
Yeah,
put
white
obsidian
quartz.
around you to protect.
And she was even saying if you have amethyst, put it in the four corners of your house to help protect.
They're all around me at all times. And when I leave the house, I take them with me. Some of them, not all.
Yeah.
But
Some of them
See, plain crystal like that, just
Mhm.
quartz crystal, that's a real high vibration crystal.
very, very high.
Mm-hmm. And you can charge this. So if you say,
In the full moon.
charge it in a full moon and say, I'd like to bring more love for myself in and carry it with you.
Jan's saying
Coming through.
rose quartz, black tourmaline repels anger energies. Absolutely.
That's good.
Yes.
Heather, what did we put around the house? It was black tourmaline, wasn't it? In the corners of the house.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you put those pyramids around.
But
So.
inside the house.
Oh, inside the house? I don't.
Yeah, inside the house. It was black tourmaline.
What we put around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a rose quartz that is this big and this tall, and
Cool.
it sits in the back garden next to the swimming pool.
Oh,
It is enormous. It's huge. I can't pick it up.
I can't wait to have, when we move, I'm going to put big crystals out in the yard like that. I hope.
Rose quartz, I just love it.
Mhm.
Thank you, Jan. Thank you all that, if anybody else at Hypnicity says rose quartz.
Mm-hmm. It's really good for self-love too. I have this.
It is.
This is a pink opal, like from Peruvian. And it really
Beautiful.
is a sweet vibration, like a loving, and it's cool to the touch. It's really cool.
I believe so, K-Staz. The question is, all this retrograde and planetary movement, does it also open and strengthen any new senses? I seem to be having a huge awakening as far as my connection with spirit via tarot. It's like I'm waking up.
Mm-hmm.
You probably are. That's probably exactly what's happening, because that is, you nailed it.
It might just be the retrogrades. It may be just that you are a high enough vibration and you're ready for it, and they're just sending it to you.
Yeah, because it's in Pisces. That moon is in Pisces. Saturn's in Pisces. Neptune is in Pisces. Spirit's here. Spirit's permeating all these energies
all the time, 24/7.
Constantly. And those galactic centers, those space anomalies, just constantly bringing in that higher vibration, clearing out the density of the lower vibrations as it does that now. And think that's been going on billions of years, so it ramped up a lot here coming into our neck of the woods around 2012. But
when we hit the photon belt, that's when because it's isn't it it's Sagittarius, in the center of Sagittarius?
Galactic center, yes, 26 degrees, and the great attractor is 14 Sagittarius. So there's two.
Yeah. So as we started moving through that photon belt, we've just been getting boom, 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 and it's increasing every year. I feel anyway.
And it's a change of age too. We're changing Pisces to Aquarius, but this is a 26,000 year cycle moving into the Sate Yuga, right? Well, there's so many things that astrologically explain it, associated with history, the history of that, the yugas. What is that? Bhagavad Gita? I can't remember.
The Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, and so I mean that was written a long time ago, and it shows now. the moon is on Fomalhaut in Pisces, which is one of the fixed royal stars. It's all um, higher consciousness. And that higher consciousness just keeps flowing in here. And when these things happen at these certain degrees, like 7 degrees is this full moon, it that's a spiritual degree, like spirit,
Right.
own spirit on the fixed star, royal fixed star of spirit. It's just like you can't make it up after you look at it all constantly. And we've been doing these full moons for quite a while, right? So we can see how it's been tracking. And even though the message is pretty much the same, and I do think that it is all about self-love and doing what you love, focusing on what matters to you, what you value. I do think by January, when Pluto gets into Aquarius, we're going to have more of a focus on exactly how we want to go forward and where. But this is a gathering of information time. This is let
Right.
it come in. Don't stress yourself. Don't.
How
If you,
often do 7 planets go retrograde at the same time? Is
this
that unusual?
Well, it happened last year, but it's not usually that way. So do you
On
see?
So
my
we are in unusual times
Yeah, but on
astrologically.
my birth chart there are 8
Mm,
retrogrades.
hmm
Wow.
Yeah. See? And so when you have a retrograde, to me that in your chart, to me that means that you are can easily adapt when because a lot of people put a lot of fear into the retrogrades, like, oh, you won't be
They
able to
do.
do anything, and it's not true. It's just that you're gathering more information. I would look like at Heather, where she would, she, and I do believe you were a teacher, you would constantly gather information because you can't learn enough. It's important to you, and help the kids and stuff. So stuff like that just makes more sense to me anyway. I don't
I,
know.
I got to put this up again.
Okay.
White Dragon says 65% of the planet's almost 8 billion people are already awakened or in the process. This number is steadily increasing. It's unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I am thrilled to death to hear
Mm-hmm.
that number. I can't tell you how that warms my heart, because when you go out and interact and you don't see elevated behavior, it's depressing. You know
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yes, and
When you
it's
look at the
all,
news and you see all that
Mm-hmm.
nonsense going on,
but
well,
they're not getting
actually,
goodness.
it's just a tiny portion of the humanity that is involved in all that
Exactly.
crap. So we're at 65,
Mm-hmm.
and wait a minute, there was another one I
And I
wanted.
was going to say the fact that things kind of repeat with the full moons and the that's important because all these people who are becoming enlightened need to know it.
Absolutely.
Yes,
So it's important that it repeats.
Mm-hmm. And,
true.
and it's us. We're in the front line, and we're going to help those waking up behind us
Hi,
by
Sherry.
giving them the information. It's so
Thanks for
important.
being here.
There's people need to
People
know.
need to hear good things, because in spite of our outer appearance, it really is headed in the right way. You're
Right.
absolutely right, White Dragon. We all need to know this. It does
It
it
makes you
does
feel
help
better.
when you can't see the forest for the trees.
Right.
Right.
And that's when I got into astrology, because I was like, somebody's got to tell me it's going to get better, and I would see it in the chart slowly. Now, of course,
Mm.
we've been through this, we're at that chaos stage, the between the two
We
ages.
certainly are.
And it's on. It's like couldn't get any worse. And look at all the systems that need to change to be more life affirming, especially the
My
media.
little human brain is just overwhelming.
Which
It's
is
Yeah.
why most of
overwhelming.
us came down here to start with because they knew how rough it was going to be, and
Yes.
we needed to be here to help.
And
Yes.
that's all of you out there in that chat room too.
Yes.
That's right.
That's right. And here we are. We found each other. Most of us
Mhm.
didn't even know that others existed
Exactly.
until a few years ago, and now it's growing and growing and growing. And now you see this information a lot. It's pretty. It's more common than it used to be. I'll put it like that.
Absolutely.
And they want you to think that there's nothing's going to change it. This is life. Deal with
Yeah,
it.
no hope.
Don't listen to that.
Yeah, it's
That's if
nonsense.
you're watching regular TV.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They have control of that. They don't have control of this.
Right. That's why
Okay,
there's
one more thing
so
from
many of us.
White Dragon. He says that is why I said recent events outside the solar system. It is amazing. This cements the path. Thanks for the info, dude. We really appreciate that.
Yes, we
It really
appreciate
We
does.
so do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've got a slide with a couple of little things if we're ready for that. Are you
Sure.
ready for it?
Sure.
There's a couple little things that we can do for the full moon, and I can't read that, so I'm going to have to look at a photo. And I'm looking at this on like, how big is this television? Like a 60-inch or something like that in
something
front
like
of
that.
me. It's
Yeah.
an enormous television, and I still can't read it. So it
I
says,
love it.
a moon braid is a great craft for kids to make, but braiding can also be a relaxing and meditative way for adults to spend their time. The three colors of the braid, white, black, and silver, represent the three phases of the moon.
Mm.
I've seen braids done completely from one end to the other, but I think if you're going to hang it up, it looks pretty with the bottom half unbraided. You'll need the following items: cord or ribbon in black, white, and silver. Find a quiet spot where you can work undisturbed. Not one, not, not one end of the cords together, and begin braiding. As you weave the three colors in and out of one another, focus on the shifting phases of the moon. Think about the different cycles that our bodies, our lives, and our spirituality go through. Consider as you braid the ebb and flow of the tides and their effect on our constantly changing planet. If you honor a particular lunar goddess, offer her a prayer as you create your braid. Once you've finished, knot the braid so that it doesn't unravel. Hang it in a spot near a window so that when you look out at the moon, you'll be reminded of the braid and what it symbolizes to you and your evolving spirituality. I thought that was kind of cute, kind
I
of
love
fun.
it. I love
Everybody's
it.
going to do lanyards again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like that's exactly what I thought of lanyards. Then we have another one, how to make moon water, and I'm sure most of you know how to make moon water. But I'll go ahead and read it. Unless Heather, do you feel like reading?
I can't see it that well.
Okay. So
Remember,
decide on a moon sign and intention. We know that the astrological sign of the moon's energy right now is in Pisces. So, oh, I'm sorry. Note the astrological sign of the moon's energy and set an intention that matches that frequency. This super blue moon is in Pisces. Spiritual connection, charity, activating psychic gifts, and inspiration are the key words. So choose a container and fill it with clean water from the tap. Hopefully it's filtered. A stream or a lake. Program your moon water with your intention and charge the water with your energy. Leave it under the moonlight overnight, letting the moon activate your intention. Store your moon water in a cool, dark place, keeping it away from the sunlight. So I thought that was easy. And then different things that you can use the moon water for spiritual and ritualistic purposes, to amplify intentions, spell work and spiritual cleansing, watering your plants to help promote their growth and vitality, as a facial mist or toner to hydrate and nourish your skin. Spiritual baths, add to your bath water to connect with the lunar energy, and making tea to realign from the inside out with the moon's energy. I thought that one was really good.
that one I can see.
Yeah, make tea. I think that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
Okay.
it. And it's these simple things that we can do every moon cycle to encourage us to stay on the path, to stay focused on love. You know, it doesn't take a lot. It just being with yourself and honoring yourself, honor all life, and let life is falling apart out there. Yes, but it has to. It has to. We have to.
And it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be okay. It really
Yeah.
is.
We have to level up. Ascension is here, and you can't take all that distortion into the new, higher, finer vibrations of.
No, you have to. You can't come in with a lower vibration. You have to get your vibration up, and the only way to do that is to live through your heart and love.
And we realize that is very hard right now with what's going on. Which is why we're
Absolutely.
saying take your crystals, everything, music, dance, whatever
Yeah.
it is that helps bring your vibration up, you need to be doing it, especially this week and on.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is there any particular reason that our vibration was?
Would you
Did she-
believe that when Lori was doing her reading for what the general people need to be doing,
That's what she got.
vibration is so low that she was giving all sorts of ways to bring it up because she says, you guys are
Thanks, Lori.
yeah, so we need to bring it up.
Well, if you think about it, our nervous systems are constantly under attack 24/7,
24/7.
going on for a very long time. And that brings us in a state of PTSD. We're the only ones, though, who can take our energy and calm it down. This is, well, we've talked about it on here with Diana. Sun Psychic Jean and I are going to be doing a show on it. Diana Bowles and I are going to be doing a show on it. But
Oh, brilliant.
12 universal spiritual laws. It is all about how to maintain your vibration, how to increase your vibration and your frequency, how to resonate with the things that you want to resonate with. Because if I'm always upset or pissed off, my vibration isn't connecting to this higher spiritual realm I want to live in.
It's too low.
Yeah. And who was saying that, Heather, that the vibration's too
Lori,
low?
Lori from
Way of positive change.
Positive change. But the other thing that I do that I find it works is I ask to be filled with unconditional love and filled in such a way that there is no room for fear. There is no room for anger.
That's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
And I find that my whole day goes a lot better if I will just meditate and work on making sure that I am unconditional love.
That's right.
Because there's no room for anything else.
That's beautiful.
And it doesn't hit you after that.
That's right.
How do we support each other through this stuff? It's so important to feel safe because communicating with friends on here, with this community, that's what the community is all about, is helping each other get through this insanity, because we know it is insane out there. But the divine feminine is moving more and more towards us.
Yes.
And that energy is going to balance out the toxic divine masculine that's been running the world for thousands of years.
And remember
but it
that
takes time.
When you watch TV, you're watching what they want you to have.
That's right.
They're watching you. They're setting you up for fear. They're setting you up for, if you don't do this, or if you do this, then this will be okay. They're setting that up for you. That's not just news. That's commercials. That's the shows.
Yeah.
They're all telling you how you're supposed to think rather than letting you think.
Well, television's always been that way.
Right, it has. But
It's
how
always
many
been programmed to program you to buy this or buy that.
Right. But you think about these sitcoms. Well, don't you react the same way now as you did when you were watching them?
Wow. Yeah, see, you're right.
Exactly. We have to be a beacon of positivity out there. We have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, hypnicity. We don't watch TV either. I haven't watched television for years either. Specifically the news.
Yeah.
I've always said that you're changing the world one person at a time.
That's
Even
right.
if it's just one person you walk down the street and say hello to.
That's right.
Because they're not used to that.
That may be the only smile they get for the day.
Exactly.
But it changes the way you feel when somebody smiles at you, even if you don't know them.
Yeah.
Heather taught me that walking the dog. when we
That
first
guy
moved
was
here.
nuts.
She was saying hello and smiling to everybody that we passed. I mean, it was a lot of people. There's a lot of dogs in the neighborhood.
Mm.
Finally, I started doing it too, and I was just amazed at how different I felt.
Yeah.
And they
Mm.
felt. You could
And they
see the
did.
change. Like,
Yeah.
oh, hi, have a great day.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's beautiful.
Hypnicity, a lot of us live alone. We understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much you could do. I like being alone. Now I live with, other people, but I'm always in here doing my thing. But I can listen to what I want to listen to. I listen to a lot of, well, obviously a lot of astrology and spiritual stuff, but in this way, I'll do a meditation if I'm feeling really down. I'll just pick a nice one and do a guided meditation. But I never watch the news. Now, do I check it? I do
I do
maybe
check it.
10 minutes a week or something. But you know how easy it, and I know I'll sit here and I'll go, don't turn it on, even though it's Midas touch or something. Don't do it, because you're going to go down, you're going to be mad, you're going to this, and just give it a couple of days, because and isn't this true? Every time you think this is the biggest thing today, they top that an hour later with something even bigger. You're
That's
like,
so true.
I
can't
know.
keep up.
I find I get irritated with the presenter's voice. I
Yes.
listen to Midas Touch and or have over the last few months kind of got to where I listen to it. And now their voice pisses me off. Their
Mhm.
voice I find aggravating, and now I can't even watch it.
Mhm. Mhm.
At least you could get 15 minutes worth of stuff, but no,
Yeah.
my my brain is like, no, that voice grates on you because you
Yeah.
don't need to hear
Don't
it.
hear it, don't listen. And they're nice guys. It's not them, but that's that. Our bodies can feel the
Uh-huh.
difference of vibration from sitting here with us or going to listen to, NBC or whoever.
Anything political, my
Right.
vibration goes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I get so
Yeah.
angry too. And then I have to
Oh,
spend
it's
hours pulling myself out of the hole that I
yes,
purposely put myself into by just
exactly.
watching
Well,
a video.
I
It's
find the
crazy.
easiest way to pull myself out of the hole is to start listing everything I'm thankful for.
Yeah, that's
Isn't
true.
that the truth? Gratitude does wonders.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Gratitude. That's really a big thing. Yeah, I agree, Priscilla. Amanda says short bursts only with any news. Yeah, it's got to be
Yeah.
quick.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you
And,
have anything else to wrap up the astrology of the full
um,
moon?
well, it's let your imagination come in. Let yourself dream. Give yourself time to let all this integrate. We're going to come up with a new moon, in Virgo, some this month, and then we're going to keep doing the moons, and each time, pay attention. If you could write down a few things of what your intentions are on this moon, or you're inquiring about, and kind of keep track, and by the next new moon you'll see that you've received answers, or the new moon. But
And write
definitely,
down those things you don't want and burn them during this
yes,
full moon.
that's what I was
Burn
just
those
going to say. Yeah,
Yes.
burn
for
it,
sure.
burn it, and
When's your
let
next show? But when's your next show, Valerie?
tonight at 9. I'm with
Okay.
Queen Detective Kate on, and we're talking about love notes. So
Love
again,
notes.
yeah,
Okay.
how to implement love into your everyday life, how to be the love we are all love. We come from love. We're unconditional love. We're a spark of the divine, and that has been, taken away from us for a very long time, and we're remembering that now. So
Hmm.
just doing the things that, pull yourself a card today. Oh, the card, Priscilla, that you
Oh
pulled.
my God. I pulled a card for the show. But before I say that, if you haven't subscribed to Valerie, please go subscribe. And we're really close to 500. So if you haven't subscribed to us, we'd really appreciate it. So please go check the boxes on both of our channels and subscribe if you haven't. We'd really appreciate it.
And thumbs up.
The show, I'm sorry, Heather.
and thumbs up.
And
Thumbs-
thumbs up, please. Hey, Majestic Oracle, welcome. So this
Hi,
before the
Jay.
show today, I pulled a card, and it's number 6 of the Sacred Rebels card, Sacred Rebels deck, and the name of it is Shock of the New, and it's all about letting go of what doesn't serve you,
Mhm.
welcoming in the new. And I thought that was perfect for the day. But it says, don't be nervous as the rumble of change turns into a mighty roar that rocks boats, bursts forth as novel ideas, and changes things in a way that is out of our control. This is life happening. Free fall into it. The oracle of the shock of the new comes to you saying the old way is on its way out. You are being invited, dragged, nurtured, and coerced into the new, and you can handle it. Was that not perfect for today?
Perfect.
Or actually every day.
For
Every day.
every day. I mean,
Yes.
I just thought that was, I was so excited when I got that. I
Mhm.
always like to pull a card now before a show.
What
So,
deck is that one more time, Priscilla? Sacred Oracle? The deck?
Sacred Rebels Oracle.
Sacred Rebels Oracle. Okay, cool.
It's the one I use personally mainly. I don't usually use it on the show, but for some reason I felt guided to pull a card out of that deck today. So I thought that was
And that's
fantastic.
beautiful. Well, maybe we should. I'm gonna pull one for us too, but I don't know if I could beat that. I have the water, healing waters, because
Just pull a card. It's fine. It'll be great too.
water.
No, it'll be good.
Yeah, intuition. Keep track. Your intuition, all our skills and abilities are coming in
Yes,
more and more
perfect.
every day. Okay.
Hi, Perrette.
Hi, Perrette.
Amanda wants to know how Zena's settling in.
She's laying here at my feet, being just nice and calm. She loves that I put carpets down so she can really run, because on the wooden floor she just slips and slides. But she's doing great.
She sounds like it.
She's asleep. I don't want to bother her.
Yeah.
But she's usually under my feet somewhere. So.
Interesting. I got the well maidens, kindness, respect, reverence, and compassion.
Perfect.
And I looked at the bottom and it says the well spring. So the well is filling up, I feel.
Wellspring, yes. It's that energy, the wellspring of energy coming in.
Yeah. What are you thirsty for? Body care and take a break. And really, baths, salt baths, everything. Anything you can do to honor yourself. And just let things be. Let yourself be. We're human beings, not human doings. We're always running around.
Beings, not human doings. I like that.
Yeah, I drew from the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck, and I got Prosperity Begins. So really,
awesome.
we're losing the other stuff, and we're coming through with it.
Yeah,
I love that. That's brilliant.
And prosperity is our birthright. Abundance is our birthright.
It is.
We just haven't been in that energy. We are in it now. We're going further.
We're
and further.
going there. We are so going there. I want to thank everybody for being here today. It's been a great show, Valerie. Thank you so much for doing this. And Valerie comes every month, so she'll be back for the next full moon as well. I just love that.
And
I learned so much
for
from
being
you.
so late. There's a 3-hour difference, and I just have not gotten used to it yet.
I know.
No worries.
Yeah.
Actually, but I will be there. I'll start setting an alarm for my time, which is not your time.
Exactly. We love you guys. Thank you for being here. We'll see you next time. And join us Tuesday for the 12 Powers of Man that Heather and I are doing on this channel. All right. Bye, everyone.
And send your love out, especially to yourself.